The most recent federal election prediction model is out, and it's very interesting. While the Conservatives are consistently polling ahead by large numbers, it does not translate into seats. This is because their federal polling numbers are overrepresented in the prairies where there's only a handful of seats and they're already winning all of them, so the margins that they win by does not matter. And while I don't think that the next election will end up exactly like this, if this was to happen, it's a very interesting case. Because the only way for either the CPC or the LPC to form government would be to have a coalition with the Bloc Québécois, and even then the Liberals would only have a majority by 1, and the Conservatives would only have a majority by 3, meaning that the Bloc would have an insane amount of power in Parliament. And what's even more interesting about this is that the way that Canada's parliamentary democracy works is that in this scenario, the Liberals would actually have a chance to form government before the Conservatives. So there is a scenario in which the Conservatives win the popular vote, get slightly more seats than the Liberals, but the Liberals are still able to form a government. Because that's how a multi-party parliamentary democracy works. So whenever we have another election, if it does end up like this, it'll be very interesting to see what happens.
A few hours after recording this, I have to make an update. Because of Pierre's current stance on CBC and Radio-Canada, I do not think the Bloc Québécois will ever work with him. So yeah, it looks like even if Pierre wins the most amount of seats, we're going to have another 4 years of Trudeau.